Hello, my friends. We're back. I'm your local art witch, and today we are going to talk about the Good Karma Tarot. It is by Carrie Ward. It was, oops, it's all upside down. I got a second hand. It normally retails for $24.95 American, but it's going to cost more if you're Canadian like I am. Okay, so it comes in this nice box. It does not have the thumb placements there, but it does come off quite easily. It's got a nice full-size book. That is exciting. Let's see. It's color. Okay, that's always exciting, isn't it? So it's got a whole page. Now I wonder. Okay, so the Major Arcana has 2 pages, like full page art, and then it's more condensed here with the minors. Okay, so I am not the hugest fan now, because this was secondhand, they were not fastened, which is fine. Usually when cards come like this, they'll have these little bands. That way your cards aren't all over the place. But I don't like it personally. It's a pet peeve when they come in 2 sets. It's not a big deal. So I don't know why I get up in my feelings about it, but let's get these out of the way. Now, because it's secondhand, I was going to put them in order, but I found something very interesting as I was doing that. So let's look through these cards. They're a good thickness. As you can see, they're glossy. Yeah, they got decent slip. I like the simple design on the back. And I really like the simple design even on the front. This would be a great first deck for a young practitioner. Like this is something I could give to my 5-year-old, for example, is really entranced by these type of cards. I think he would like this. There's no real, if I remember right, don't quote me, there's no real like dark stuff in this deck because it's about good karma, right? So we've got the moon, and what I found interesting are these cards are not numbered. Generally, with the major arcana, it will have a Roman numeral somewhere. And, you know, numbers can give you a different meaning into a card if you know a little bit about it, numerology. I'm not super great with it once it gets into double digits, but it also, like if you follow the story, it's the story of the Fool, right? Like if you look through all the cards and you follow from 0 until 21, the world, it tells you this overarching story of the Fool, like how he starts his journey, how he overcomes trials and tribulations, and it's really quite neat. So it's very interesting that these are not numbered. However, I do like that we still have a lot of the associations with the moon. There's still the moon, there's the water, here's the little crayfish coming out of the water. We've got the 2 dogs kind of facing up to the moon. So all the other stuff is there. Oh, look, there's a little bit of stars. It's neat to see a character with tattoos. Yeah, so this is generally 21, the last card in the majors, and the fulfillment of the story for the Fool. And there's no number, which is interesting. So if you didn't know, I wonder if, I bet the book still has them in order. Patron saint of new beginnings. Okay, so it is the first. neat. Okay, let's get through these. The Magician. It's very rare to see a magician that's a lady, but B, a person of color. So this is very neat. And we are getting into the artistic, creative side. It's interesting to see the magician without all of their tools. Generally, the magician has the sword and the cup and all that other stuff. But this magician has art on, not just paint on them and holding their tools, but tattoos on them. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. This deck overall feels like a gentle deck. That's not to say that you couldn't get a pretty intense read, but it feels very friendly, very gentle. It wants to tell you good messages. And even this, like the Devil's generally it's about temptation. It's being like kind of trapped by the things like addictions, by worldly pleasures. And she looks defiant, like she's going to break out of those chains any second. And that's a really nice message. I like that. This is neat. Usually 9 times out of 10, this is a hanged man. I do have the Modern Witch Tarot, and that's a hanged one, which I like, which is very gender inclusive. But this is really cool because it's usually not, they usually don't call it a hanged woman, like at all. Here's the Emperor, which is neat because this, is a femme energied androgynous person, right? Here's the Tower. I like that there's an element of life in this death card. And you can see like it slowly comes back to life as it wraps around. Death is about transformation. So I really like this. There's the Hermit. Ah, yes, the Star. That's nice. She's kind of praying to it. There's a lot of tattoos, and I'm enjoying that there's different skin colors and genders that I'm seeing. That's always something I'm looking for in a deck. And then this character is a bit older. I like to see that. And the High Priestess should be older. She should be a bit more of a mature character. Oh, we still have the dog. We still have the flower. But there's no scary cliff. She's just kind of living her life. So this is a very different Hierophant. Like, usually the other two characters in the story are kind of bowing down to what looks to be a pope. And the only way you can really know that she's sort of so-called above these people is the fact that she has this floral crown. But she comes across as more of an equal, and I really enjoy that vibe. The Chariot. I love that, there's modern. This feels very modern. Oh, and the Empress. So she's pregnant. I love to see a pregnant Empress. And she's got the pomegranate on her as a tattoo. The Empress is about fertility, abundance, and so it should, there's lots of plant life. The sun is shining. There's the Sun. Judgment. But see, this Judgment doesn't look scary. Temperance. I really love this idea behind Temperance. Usually this is Temperance, some variation thereof. We still have the water. We still have, like, this is obviously closer up. The sign of this triangle is still there. I almost put that in the wrong pile. So if you have a young person who's wanting to get into cards, I think this would be a fantastic first deck. Like a 10 to 15-year-old would probably get a lot of good out of a deck like this. Justice. 9 of coins. So this is coins as opposed to pentacles as it normally is, but it's still the same idea. Pentacles is about material stuff, what you've earned, what can be taken away sometimes, hard work, material gains. This is nice, like that. And we're seeing ones like it's very modern. I love this. This is relatable. I love this. They're all working together. Balance. I was just looking. It looks like she's got a little phone, but I'm not sure that's exactly what it's supposed to be. This looks like... It looks a little greedy, but mostly because of her face. It looks like she's trying to make sure that nobody takes anything from her. Watching all the nice hard work that we've accomplished. And there's the queen. And we've got more pomegranates here. All the characters look pretty serene. We've accomplished all of our stuff. There's the king. Oh, this is a cute ace. It's coming right up out of the purse. Girls together. Oh, look at the family. And the 9. That's interesting. Usually these cups are up above their head and they're looking up at them, but it looks like she's achieved these things as opposed to hoping for them. 8. Cute. Yeah, 5 of Cups tends to be a difficult card. Queen. And the 4. Cute little ace. I wonder how they did the 10 of Swords. Because this is such a gentle deck, and the 10 of Swords is a little intense. Oh, he looks like Ken, doesn't he? Oh, this is cute. Look at them. They're all just happy. Knight. A lot of tattoos. 9. And the queen. Oh, look, she's got a little compass. Another celebration. Oh, this is cute. There's a celebration. Okay, so that's a watch. I thought that was going to be another compass. Oh, this looks hopeful. I like this. Oh, that's so little. That's so cute. See, most of these are power stances. There's like a lot of equality. It's nice to see a man cooking and have that normalized. I know men cook, but I'm just basing this on stuff I grew up with. This is just really nice. Oh, neat. Okay, so I had a feeling that this would be... So generally, this 10 of Swords is a little intense. It's got a character kind of laying in the mud, and they've got the 10 swords like actually in their back. Now, as I've mentioned before, Swords is about air, which is thoughts, communication. And so obviously this person is being overrun kind of by what people are saying about them, or what the thoughts that, are kind of bothering them. And so when you see the Ten of Swords, just because it's so kind of graphic, it can be difficult to look at. Where is it? Don't you love that? You're trying to quickly look for something and just can't find it. Knowing my luck, I probably passed it in my rush. There we go. Look at the difference. Like, he has been kind of canceled, hasn't he, by the things that have been said. But this person kind of is wearing it proudly on their back. They've grown from it. It doesn't bother them. It's almost, oops, I just lost a light. Let's see. It doesn't bother them, right? So there's the 4. Okay, let's try to finish this. All my lights died. There we go. I know that's darker than I would. Oh my goodness. Turn on. Thank you. Let's hurry up and get through these because my lights are giving out on me. Okay, there's the 4, 2, 7. Oh, sketchy. 8. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Here's the Queen. Oh, this is kind of nice. I like that. Like, it's usually just a heart with the 3 swords in there and there's no character, but it doesn't seem like these swords are hurting her. Like, they are, but she's kind of at peace with it, right? Oh, that's kind of creepy, the eyeball. 5. Oh, what a cool king. Like him. There's a knight ready to fight. 6. There's the 9. I've spoken about this before, and yep, it's right here. It's nice. I like this. This is a neat deck. Let's try shuffling it. I feel bad that I kind of have to. Now it does not come like this. This is a secondhand deck, so your cards will be in a better condition. There we go. Yeah, they shuffle nicely. They've got a nice slip. Let's try a riffle. I feel like I'm going to struggle with this one a bit. Yep, I am. But that's because the cards are of a thicker quality, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It is really cool. I can totally see what age group this would be amazing for. I am mixed on whether or not to keep it, just because I've got a lot in my collection. I know, first world problems. And I kind of think that somebody else would benefit from this deck, owning this deck a little bit more than me. It's a little sad because cool decks are difficult for me to let go of. But knowing it could go to a new practitioner is exciting. So that's the Good Karma Tarot. There's a beginner's guide to reading the cards, so it does look like a really great beginner deck. It is very true to the standard Rider-Waite, which is fantastic. That's always the recommendation I have, because once you know this deck, you can use pretty much any commercially available deck, unless it has like the Crowley deck or sorry, that's the Thoth. The Thoth, the Lee Norman, those decks are obviously different. So I will make sure to put links in the description. Thank you so much to Dog-Eared Books for letting me go through and kind of have first. She knows I like to review decks, and so I get to buy them and then I can return them if needed. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for hanging out with me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.